Hey guys, it's Hassy Trades here and welcome to another video. In this video I'm gonna quickly give you a weekly recap on our trades, and I will also explain the new market updates, so I'll analyze SPY. But I'm going to start off by speaking about how we do have FOMC coming up early December, and SPY is, in my opinion, setting up for this. We also got Thanksgiving next week, which is typically historically really slow. I think the stock market doesn't perform really do well during this time period, and obviously the week after we will get our FOMC, so we will get our interest rates, and in my opinion it'll be between 0.5 or 0.75. I wouldn't be surprised if it is 0.75 because they do want to get aggressive with these rates because inflation doesn't seem to be slowing down. I know the inflation rate were low with the last meeting, CPI meeting, but in my opinion it is not looking good currently with the global economy, as well as the potential Ukraine and Russia war looming over us. But let's start off with SPY and let's see what happened this week with SPY. With SPY there was a lot of up and down movement. There was a lot of range. It was just really weak price action just in general. This was the day of CPI if I'm not wrong. But yeah, there's a lot of mixed action. So if you look at the price action since the start of the week, we didn't really have any clear direction. We just stayed in this narrow box, especially in some days where we just stayed here. This is a box we kind of just stayed in and we flirted in. We didn't have really any clear direction, which is why no one really got any great moves to the upside or the downside. Again, any push that we did have was a low volume push. Again, not significant towards any type of bullish run which everyone is expecting, but I think the market is here to just surprise both sides. It's going to take its time, and when it does correct itself, it's going to be surprising to a lot of people when it does. And to be honest with you, it is surprising to see what will happen with SPY. I don't know what's going to happen with SPY, and you should stop guessing but play the intraday trend as I teach you guys. And let's just look at this trend it's currently creating on 30-minute. It probably will be significant into next week. It'll be huge into next week in my opinion. I'm just going to keep an eye on the daily, so it gives us a higher time frame to look at. But yeah, if you look at the daily, the day of CPI, again we had that big push, and I mentioned this area being a key area of resistance which we marked just before this broke out, and now we came back and retested this area at 390. Next week in my opinion we will get again, it'll just be stay in this range of 400 and 390. We won't get any other movement. If you want to see upside, we need to break and hold above this 4 level in my opinion, and we probably get that push towards 410. But if we do drop below 390 again, we're going to go all the way back down to the 380s and retest this trend line. That's just my opinion. This is an area of current supply. But there's a lot of the pump that we are getting is a low volume one, like I previously said, so I wouldn't take too much interest into that, unfortunately. But yeah, that's my opinion on SPY and the market in general. We are going to be waiting for FOMC and next week Thanksgiving, so don't expect too much in the next 2 weeks. Take your time, compound your gains, take your small gains, risk management, and really you want to, at this time, you want to be closed up. You don't want to explode into any stupid mistakes where you blow up your account. So keep it tight and learn from the experience, because I'm also taking all of this in, I'm breathing it in, and I'm learning from this experience. But yeah, that's my opinion with SPY. But now I'm going to go over my weekly recap. As you can see on the screen there, we had TBLT as our top runner this week for 30%, followed by ENSC for 15%, INM for 14%, MMAT for 14%, and ARDX for 13%. Our losers were TBLT 3.5%, which I am extremely disappointed in, because I felt like I just took that unnecessary extra loss out of emotional trading, and I should have kept my stop loss a lot tighter. I could have saved myself an extra 2% or so. And we had a couple other losses which were big to our account. We had a success rate of 77% this week. For such a slow week, I am super impressed with my trading, and a lot of people in the Discord enjoy this because I am a very accurate trader. I'm a very distinguished trader, and I really like my bottom reversals. But it was a good week. I'm not going to say a wow, an amazing week, but the market has been slow. for both bulls and bears, in my opinion. I'm going to go over TBLT on the 30-minute chart. I want to look at the higher time frame and tell you why I picked this last week. But the reason why this ran again was, first of all, this ran from November, the start of this week, and we had that big pop, and we played this pop as well. We played for a nice move. But if you look here, guys, when we had that big pop, we had consolidation, and we created an area of demand, and we made a flag, and we broke this flag. This is kind of the area we entered it on 30-minute. We used the 1-minute chart for entries, but we got a nice entry in this zone. Once we entered, we made a nice move to the upside. Our entry was pinpoint perfect. So if you look here, guys, that was this was around a 30% move for us. I think we got our entry at 3.1, if I'm not wrong. But it was a nice 30% move for us, just in general. Again, a perfect entry. I gorged on the 30-minute. I flipped through the 5-minute. Again, looking at the 5-minute. Trying to get the date back so we could get a movement. But looking here, see, I'd highlight. I think I analyzed this in the Discord. But if you look at the 5-minute here, that was our entry, was around this area. See, and we got that nice pull, a nice move for an amazing play on this. This was my play of the week, which I was really impressed with. Another play we had was ENSC. ENSC was another play that we played in the Discord group. Again, we had a nice pop. I realized we had this pop. We had a 31% pop, and all I did was I switched to a higher time frame. I marked an area of demand. Again, we had this area here where we had this nice long-legged doji candle showing an aggressive amount of buyers, which gave us our new highs. So I marked this area where we could potentially reverse from, and then I created a nice downtrend on this. And you can see we had a nice reversal, even though we did pop down all the way here, another area of demand. So we look here, guys, but I wanted more confirmation because I didn't enter on that big candle, and we got a nice push back to the upside. So we reclaimed this wedge, pushed, got our entry, and we pushed approximately 20%. So it was an excellent trade on our part, another easy trade. And I'm going to mention one of my bad trades as well, which I was really disappointed in, and I know exactly what I did wrong. Again, it was TBLT. Even though we had our best trade on this, in my opinion, I did have a bad trade on this. But I want to mention how my trade was so bad on this. So as you can see, guys, we had that 30-minute push, and when we had that 30-minute push, we also had a downtrend. Unfortunately, I tried to play against this trend. Even though we created a downtrend, I became too confident and looked for entries within the downtrend. I looked for reversals. It didn't work out, and so when I tried to look for a reversal, kind of got faded out. I looked for a reversal within the trend, and when I looked for this, if you look here, guys, I looked for it and I got my entry. We pushed up a tiny bit, and then we just dropped down, and that's it. I got stopped out. So that's something which I will look back on and back test and make sure I don't repeat this mistake again. But other than that, it was a good week, guys. It was a good week, a successful week, which I'm really happy with. Next week, again, let's have a great week. If you got any questions for me, guys, just add it into the Discord group or message me on Twitter. Thank you for watching this video. I'll catch you on the next one. Thank you, guys.